and welcome to my channel. So today I've got a flip through of this month's Colouring Heaven magazine. So this is issue 75 and it is the Fairies in Nature Special. Unfortunately it's also taken a bit of a battering as it's come through the door. I wasn't around when the postman delivered it and he was particularly unkind today. But anyway, so this is 40 designs by Jenny Cook, who is, I think she's like the director, or what is she? Yes, the creative director of Colouring Heaven. So yeah, that is quite interesting to have. If you're not familiar with Colouring Heaven, it's roughly A4 in size and it has matte paper cover, cardboard-ish, which you can colour in as well. So yeah, let's get straight into the flip through. So I'll just mention here, we have a little bit of info here from Jenny Cook. And also she has an Etsy shop, I didn't know that, so that's interesting. But yeah, so we'll go straight into the pictures though. So 40 designs as mentioned. Now this is of her, basically she says they've been inspired by her children and they're all fairies basically. So yeah, it's quite it's a cute concept to, you know, to actually colour, you know, draw your art based on your children. And if you're not familiar, they do, when they have names that are associated with the images, Colouring Heaven do print them on this side. So yeah, so we've got Moonstruck. That's not a particularly fairy one. I mean, it's a child because it's, well, it's a little fairy because, or a giant owl. But yeah, there's no wings apart from what's on the owl. So not your traditional fairy. This is called Wonder. We have, I don't know, I presume they must be like glowworms in the jars. The style of these, they're not grayscale or anything, but the line art around it is very sort of fine and light. This one's called a float, and there she looks like she's in a walnut shell for her boat, so that's cute. A very large otter in the background. And we have Guardian, so we have the cats. But yeah, this one, the line art is a little bit darker from what I've seen so far. It has, even though it's not grayscale, it has a very sort of sketchy feel to them, these images. I've got one of these sort of, they're like, that's the sort of Celtic kind of weave, isn't it? And it's got the Celtic knot, I think, there as well. Fairy Prince, another one with this, I do like these sort of interwoven patterns. As you know, I've got the Celtic mandalas and things like that. So new arrival, we've got ourselves a little baby fairy here in the what's that, isn't there like a, not a nursery rhyme, but it's like a kind of a story thing you tell your kids about, you know, you found them in the cabbage patch. It's just like, there it is in the garden. So Cuddle, and it's got a little gerbil, I think, or a hamster. This is the dog house. This is cute. So we have our dog, but it's in the birdhouse. It's just, so we have all the birds up here. So yeah, not everything is fairies. Though I do know when this issue came out that there was, and not a complaint, but an observation that there seems to have been quite a lot of fairies. Obviously this is the internet, so that meant that everybody took, you know, took their sides. The battlefront was formed in the Friends of Colouring Heaven Facebook group. Oh look, this is, I like this. So this is the Fairies in Nature Special, and so the fairy is holding the image of the magazine, Little Artist. So this is Feeding Time, and we've got the horses. Yeah, they're the fairies. I quite like this. This is a nice woodsy scene as well. Giggle. Fairly self-explanatory, but in amongst the flowers and the ivy. So we do have quite a lot of floral elements to this, not just the fairies. So this, oh look, that's got a bit of a reflection. So that's the pond, the lily pond. We have just a hint of a reflection there. This one's cute. It's the crystal moon. We've got ourselves a little hamster and sort of a wicker moon with some, well, they're like succulents, aren't they? Green fingers. Again, more succulents and another sort of woven, you know, like you have those twig type wreath things. Secret. So these ones actually look like they're older fairies. A little gerbil hamster there. And their house in the tree. Tree house. We've got that curious cat here. And again, we've got some more sort of adult looking fairies. Resting. We've got the cat. It looks like one of those hairless cats. Do you know the ones I mean? I don't know if it is. Right, so, oh, I thought that was a sideways one, but it's not. She's hoeing the garden. We've got this huge caterpillar here. And the worms. Mischief. So she's pulling up the bulbs. Another escaping worm here. Birthday treat. Well, you can all get on board with that. So we've got the fruit and, I don't know, maybe cake. But certainly lots of fruit and flowers again. Posy 1. Presumably there's Posy 2 following on. So that's almost like a picture. It's like a 3D one coming through. Ah, and here is Posy 2. They are holding their Posy. Oh, Posy 3. And that's it. That's it for the posies. Right, we do have a horizontal one this time. So we have Hitch a Ride, and she's riding a little, it looks like a little blue tit or something. A great tit. And then we've got, this is a very English scene, because these are like the fields in the background. That's quite nice to have like a sort of in the distance point of view. Oh, I should have kept it that way, shouldn't I? Happy. We have our 3 fairies again. I assume she has 3 kids. I didn't actually read the spiel on the front of the cover. I've literally just got this, so I opened it up and started to flip straight away. Okay, so this is Hide and Seek. I quite like this one. So we're hiding amongst the sort of the tree roots here. We've got a nice squirrel here. If you like doing fur. And obviously flowers. Talking of flowers, we have ourselves a giant sunflower here. That's quite nice. I must admit, this isn't generally my thing. We've had quite a lot of faces and people, and you know what I'm like with faces. So we got some rabbits here. So I do quite like the ones where it's a bit of a mixture. And this looks like a robin, little robin redbreast. But oh, she's got the leaf, and she's putting them to sleep in the nest. And we have, oh, that's quite cute as well. So we've got the you know, blowing the dandelion, making a wish, but we've got all the little fairies flying out as well. And back to this, so we have Precious, Leapfrog in a very literal way, because we have our 3, well, I don't want to get picky, but they look more like toads to me. He can be a frog. He definitely looks like a frog. But this one, he looks all warty. He looks more like a toad. Spring. Got a big apple here. We got a bit of a moth or a butterfly maybe. Looks mothish. In amongst the bushes. Right, summer. We've got ourselves another nice sunflower here. If you like doing sunflowers. A little buzzy bee. A couple of buzzy bees. 3 buzzy bees. Wow, they're multiplying. Autumn, they've got the acorns, and we've got some ladybirds, or ladybugs, as you call them. Winter, what's this? Giant? Are these giant candy canes? I think they are, aren't they? And then we've got all our sort of holly berries and things like that. And that is it. We've got our usual combination chart where you can put down your colour combinations, and also where you can subscribe. So as per usual, I will leave details down in the description below of where you can buy this as a one-off from the Anthem Publishing Shop, or you can also subscribe to Colouring Heaven. It comes out every 4 weeks as opposed to every month. It's every 4 weeks, so there are 13 issues a year in a subscription. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do hit that button. If you hit the notification bell, well, you get a notification of any time I upload new videos. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care and see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.